Mark, how would you sum that one up today?
Rubbish. I think second time in a week where we've managed to lose the game with the last kick, more or less. There's no way we can get back into it. But I've got to say that's one of the softest penalties I've ever seen. And the fact that they attach themselves to you. So what's happened is Jake Cooper's threaded his arm through Ben Wilmot's arm, and then he's rolled. He's grabbed him, so he can't get away from him. So what's he supposed to do? Referee doesn't understand that, and he gives the penalty. It's an absolute joke. The penalty is an absolute joke. So I'm fuming with that. I'm frustrated with that. Supporters come and watch, and they get behind the team, and they've been brilliant again today, and they were brilliant after the game. You know, we've got some played some really good football in the first half. We've created some decent openings, but not taken them in a game low on quality. To be fair, the quality came from us. We got through them. We got through them really at will. We played some decent football. They worked out of possession, which is what you expect from one of Alex's teams. They worked really hard out of possession. We held on to the ball too long and didn't move it quickly enough. Now that might be tiredness in the mind. I don't know. I think we've kept going. We've worked as hard as we possibly could do, but then we've ended up giving them opportunity based on our lack of quality in when we move the ball or get rid of the ball. So when the ball gets played forward, we either don't head it away properly and it drops straight to them, or it's under pressure, so we drop it down and we're not strong enough, or we clear it and it comes off the bottom of our studs and it drops to them, and then they got the weight of the pressure coming because the ball gets played back into your box and you've got to deal with the header and defend. So then you become deeper than you want to be, and they just keep coming, and we allowed that to happen in the second half, even though we created some big chances, and Wouter's got into a brilliant position, and you just expect that to go in, hit the back of the net, and all he's got to do is lift it over the goalkeeper's legs. He's just hit his trailing leg. But sometimes they go in, sometimes players miss them, and that's what's happened. It's just disappointing that today's that day. I think we can count ourselves unlucky that we didn't get a minimum of a point today.
I know it's frustrating at the moment, but when you look at the last three performances in particular, have they given you quite a bit of optimism moving forward?
I think the optimism's there. I think that doesn't go away. I think what I would say is that we have to be better in elements of the game, like the ones I've just outlined there, because we give teams too much hope, too much optimism themselves, because they stay in the game. We've got to take the game away from people. But that's where we are, and that's why we're where we are in the league table at the moment. We've got to just dust ourselves down and go again. And it's a home game next against QPR in a couple of weeks.
Into international break now, has it kind of come at a good time, do you feel?
For us, I think really we can maybe get nurse one or two back to fitness, so we'll have maybe one or two more available come the next time we play. But then I've got players going away on international duty, there's 6 of them, so I'd rather wrap them up in cotton wool. But I know and I understand that international football is the pinnacle of a player's career, so I know that's the really, really important as well, and got to respect that. But I hope they come back ready to go. Ali's one concern because he doesn't look like he's at his sharpest. Maybe he needs a bit of a breather as well as the little bits of work alongside it, but we'll have to wait and see how they come back. Fingers crossed. I think we can go and hit the ground running at that point when we play QPR.